नमस्कृत्य
नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं नरोत्तमं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
ततो जयमुदीरये भाय नित्यं भागवत सेवया
श्लोके
भगवती उत्तमश्लोके
भवति नैष्टिकी
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण.
हरे कृष्ण.
The class is live with our base, and then it is. Hare Krishna. So we just were discussing the people who are chanting 16 rounds and want to take diksha. We will make start classes. Iti adrot. इति अद्रोतकः परमस्य पुंसः प्रतीक्षणानुग्रहभाजनो अहम् स्नेहोत्तरो मा स्खलिताक्षरस्तम् मुञ्चन्तु च प्रज्ञझलै अभाभसे इति आदृतो सः परमस्य पुंसः नानानुरग्रह भाजनो अहम् स्नेहोत्तरो मा स्खलिताक्षरस्तम् प्रञ्जलि आवभासे इति अदृतोक्तः परमस्य पुंसः इति आदृतः परमस्य पुंसः इति आदृतोत्कतः परमस्य पुंसः इत्याद्रोक्तः परमस्य पुंसः इत्यादृतोक्तः परमस्य पुंसः
इत्यादृतो परमस्य पुंसः
प्रतिक्षणानुग्रहाभाजनो अहम् एहोत्तरो मां स्खलिताक्षरस्तम् चञ्चुचा प्रञ्जरी आवभासे अदृत्तोत्कः परमस्य पुंसः क्षणानानुग्रहाभाजनो अहम् देहोत्तरो मा स्खलिताक्षरस्तम् पञ्चञ्चुचा प्रञ्जलि आवभासे उत्कः परमस्य पुंसः इत्यादृतोक्तः परमस्य पुंसः प्रतीक्षणानुग्रहाभाजनो अहम् प्रतीक्षणानुग्रहभाजनो अहम् उत्तरो मा स्खलितातरक्षम् जलि आवभासे इति आदृतोक्तः परमस्य पुंसः क्षणानुग्रहभाजनो अहम् ग्रहभाजनो अहम् एकोत्तरो मा स्खलिताक्षरस्तम् जलि आवभासे Thus, Adita being favored, Uktaha address Paramasya of the Supreme Pumsa of the Personality Goddess Pratikshana, every moment, Anugraha Bhajana, object of favor, Aham, myself, Sneha, affection, Utta, eruption, Roma, hairs on the body, Kalita, lichen, Akshara of the eye, thumb, that, Munchan, smearing, Shashaha, tears, Pranjali with folded hand, Avavase, say. Let me just read this. Uddhasodo Vidura, when I was favored at every moment by the Supreme Personality Godhead and addressed by him with great affection, my words failed in tears, my hairs on the body erupted. After sparing my tears, I which folded and spoke like this. So this is Uddhava speaking to, remembering how, how devotee feels when Krishna talks to you. Kono ishate pada saroja bhajam. Kono ishate pada saroja bhajam.
Kono ishate pada saroja bhajam.
Apiha. Tatapitaham pravrinomi bhuvam. भवत्पदाम्भोज निषेवानुत्सुकः निषेवन उत्सुकः निषेवन उत्सुकः निषेवन उत्सुकः को नु ईशते पाद सरोज भाजाम
को नौ
ईशते पाद सरोज भाज
पादसरोजभाजम्
दल्लभो अर्तेषु चतुषु अपीहा
दुर्लभो सर्वस्वपि
तथापि नाहं प्रवृणोमि भूमन्
तथापि नाहं परिणोमि
निषेवानु उत्सकः
भवद्भोजन उत्सखा
Thank you.
So difficult.
Kahanu Isha, O my Lord, they your Padasaroj Bhajam of the devotees engaged in transcendent loving service of your lotus feet. So Durlabha, very difficult to obtain. Artheshu in the matter of Chaturshu in the four objectives. Api in spite of Iha in this word. Tatha api ye. Yet, na, do not, aham, I, pravinomi, prefer, bhuman, O great one, bhavat, your pada ambuja lotus feet, nishevana utsakaha, anxious to serve. O my Lord, devotees engaged in the transcendent loving service of your lotus feet have no difficulty in achieving anything in the realm of the four principles of religiosity, economic development, self gratification, liberation. But, O great one, as far as I am concerned, I preferred only to engage in the loving service of your lotus feet. O my Lord, devotees who engage in transcendent loving service of your lotus feet have no difficulty in achieving anything within the realm of the four principles of religiosity, economic development, sense gratification, liberation. But, O great one, as far as I am concerned, I have preferred only to engage in loving service of your lotus feet. Yes, who wants to read? Yes, Supriya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport. Those who are associated with the Lord in the Vaikuntha planets achieve all the bodily features of the Lord and appear to be same as the Lord Vishnu. Such liberation is called Sarupya Mukti, which is one of the 5 kinds of liberation. The devotees engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord never accept the Sayujya Mukti or merging in the rays of the Lord called the Brahma Jyoti. The devotees can achieve not only liberation but any success in the realm of religiosity, economic development, or sense gratification up to the standard of the demigods in the heavenly planets. But such a pure devotee as Uddhava refuses to accept all such facilities. A pure devotee wants simply to engage in the service of the Lord and does not consider his own personal benefit. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namaha Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Pashad Deshatarine Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Kono ishate pada sarojo bhaja sudharlabo arteshu chatushu apiha tatapi naham pravinomi bhuman bhavat padam bhoja nishevana utsakaha. O my Lord, Guru, O my Lord, devotees who engage in transcendent loving service of your lotus feet have no difficulty in achieving anything in the realm of the four principles of religiosity, economic liberation, sense gratification, liberation. But, O great one, as far as I am concerned, I prefer only to engage in a loving service of your lotus feet. Hare Krishna. So therefore Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also said, Na dhanam na janam na sundarim kamitava jagadish kamaye ama janmani janmanishwari bhavatad bhakti ahetuki tvai. Sometimes people charge that you devotees are also selfish because you also want something. But Prahlad Maharaj says differently. He says, my Lord, there are many devotees who want to get liberation from the world and they go to solitude to practice sadhana. But I don't like that, my Lord. I think it is, I want to bring, not only I want to come to your lotus feet, I want to bring all the fools and rascals along with me. Prabhupada's favorite word, rascal, very strong word. And then even Prabhupada then wrote a letter to the President of India. You can locate on the Google today. Read the letter. Prabhupada letter to Rajendra Prasad. Very nice letter. Genuinely written from the heart. Prabhupada says, by Krishna's grace, you are in such exalted position. Please help me. I have a clue how to go back to God. But don't think I'm a madman. Just like after eating, person has an experience, he can feel nourished. Similarly, by mercy of my Guru, I know Krishna consciousness is perfect process. I have experience of that. And I want to share my experience to all the people. I want to take everybody back to God. He write a letter to the President of India. You should locate and read that letter. Don't think and then Prabhupada writes, I'm crying alone in wilderness. He's alone, helpless. Okay? Nobody to help him, alone. He has given up all his life, dedicated everything, tried all his life to start the movement. Nobody is coming forward. Everybody has their big, big material ambitions. Prabhupada asked so many people, you have so many sons, why don't you give one son to me? I will see that son participate in spreading the movement all around the world. What did people say? Swamiji, what is the use of all this? Correct? Actually, the real faith is tested that time. When a son announces in the house, I want to dedicate my life to Krishna. And if you're a devotee of Krishna, in fact, in other religions, it's not like that. There is a celebration, both in Christian and Muslim religion. If at house somebody is becoming priest or a mullah, there is a celebration. I remember I met previously, my house was there. That was the Christian lady, and we rented the house. The big house in Mangalore city. I think the biggest house, 9-bedroom house with half an acre of garden in Mangalore, in the city. So one day I was sitting with her. Her 3 sisters were nuns, and like that, all our generation. So she said she told the son also to become the priest, but he did not want to become. So I said, but it's not like that in Hindus. If somebody wants to announce it at home, I want to become brahmachari, all of them look at him as if death has occurred. ऐसे ही घर में कोई मर गया. Like that it happened. Tamasha means people will start howling, crying, boom, drama, big drama. So she told, how is it? They're worshipping Krishna or whom? I said, they worship Krishna there. Then why is it object? We go to church, we worship Jesus. Somebody wants to give life to Jesus. We have celebration in house. Whole community, there is a celebration. We do celebration, announce. All the people come to house and there is a celebration. And the great occasion. And I think in my life, I saw only once that happened. There was one boy, he was super pious boy, very pious, just 18-year-old boy. And that day I remember the father mother brought him to the temple and they gave prasadam. Or they had, my mother had made some sweets for all the devotees. It was celebration. Otherwise it is howling only. And big, like death. So the same way Prabhupada saw that. Nobody helped him. Nobody. In fact, when Prabhupada came back to India, with this 500 devotees from America he brought, he had to go to Indira Gandhi. He fixed an appointment through some contacts with Indira Gandhi. And when Prabhupada had made list of 10 requests from her. And when he was at the gate itself, because of security reasons, they did not allow his disciples to come. The disciples were so much assisting Prabhupada, they felt, like A father doting a child. How Prabhupada will alone go? He needs somebody. Prabhupada went alone to America. Why he needs? They were always, assisting Prabhupada in that time. So they were one. Prabhupada is capable of doing everything alone. He went aside. Prabhupada immediately sees the situation. Just at that time in Bangladesh, there was a death, assassination had occurred. This must be 72. Bangladesh became independent. Maybe 73, 72 it happened. So devotees were, Prabhupada saw, he could sense it. When Indira Gandhi met him, she was in great anxiety for her own life. The rumors are spreading, somebody will kill her also. Like in Bombay it happened, no? When the terrorists from Pakistan were shooting people on the street, a message went around, they're looking for important people to kill. And all so-called cricket stars, film stars are hiding. They think they're important people. They were hiding inside the house and they locked up. And some of them, even including the biggest, I don't want to name him, they'll sue me nowadays. So he was having the gun below his pillow and he was sleeping. He was thinking it's very important. He'll come. He was thinking he's most important, not very important. Everybody thinks is most important. They'll come to kill. Just imagine in your city, messages put out that terrorists have come, they are killing important people. Many people will think they're important. They lock their door. I'm most important in the city. And they will lock the door. And he had a gun below the pillow, he could not sleep. So similarly, so Indira Gandhi was feeling that she's most important, now they'll kill her only. So she had terrific security, was increased to very heightened level. And instead of a pleasant discussion, Prabhupada saw she's very restless. She can't hear more. Prabhupada asked her so many things. One of the things is in the parliament, when the parliament begins, they should chant Hare Krishna mantra. So many sweet things. You can read that. Prabhupada list what he had for Indira Gandhi. Prabhupada wanted that. But anyway, Prabhupada understood there's not much time with this lady. Prabhupada said, can you give me 500 visas? And he explained that how nobody from India is joining his movement full time. There is a difficulty. I need some manpower. There's nobody. I want to open so many centers, nobody is there. And nobody is joining from India. Can you help me? At least my foreign devotees can help to run the movement. And she granted 500 visas, the executive power she has. So otherwise, long-term visas, and they were coming in tourist visas and going away. It was very difficult to manage. So long-term visas are always an issue. So she proper got. So that was the difficulty. So Prabhupada had the same difficulty to run the movement in India when he wanted to start. Prabhupada had to go to America. And in America, 10,000 young boys, I think 4,000 or 5 to 10,000 people gave their life to Prabhupada. Not one or two, 5. And that's how Prabhupada could run. Prabhupada, some devotee was calculating, if Prabhupada would have hired 10,000 people in America, that salary is just multiply. And in America, you have to pay at least $60,000 per annum. Just calculate that money, even I don't think Bill Gates also has to pay that much kind of salary, billions of dollars. Prabhupada had it free. Rather than taking money, they gave money to Prabhupada. They brought money. Whatever money they had, they just gave it to Prabhupada. So much they loved him. They just gave Prabhupada, this is a take it. And that was so wonderful, so wonderful. That's how this movement started in America. And anyway, so this is, so dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So generally what happens is that where I started, Prabhupada wanted. Prabhupada said, I don't want to go back to Krishna alone. I want to take all the people with me. Same mood as Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj says, I don't want to leave all these foolish rascals here. Proper translate like that. All these fools and rascals also I want to bring to your Lord as well. So we are not selfish. Not that we want to go back to Godhead, we want to take everybody back to Godhead. And even more, even going back to Godhead is not such an issue for a devotee. When he achieves pure love of Krishna consciousness, he is happy anywhere. Vishwam Purna Sukhayate. Even this world becomes Vaikuntha for a devotee. When you come to standard of pure devotion, you are in Vaikuntha even here. Jivan Mukta So Uchate. There is a shloka of Rupa Goswami. Jivan Mukta So Uchate. Karmana Manasa Gira. Nikaleshu Avastashu Jivan Mukta Se. Iya Yasya Harer Dase Karmana Manasa Gira. Nikaleshu Avastashu Jivan Mukta Sochate. If somebody absorbs totally in Krishna's service, with Karvada Manasa Gira, with his body, minds, and word, he is situated in the spiritual world even now. The only reason with the material world we are in See, middle world, spiritual world is also in consciousness, not physically. So when you can be in total Krishna consciousness, you can be in the middle world also. Narad Muni doesn't mind it. When he has to go to the middle world to preach, he enjoys it. Right? He's enjoying. So, and that's an opportunity. It is said Chaitanya Charitamrita that one disciple of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can deliver the whole universe. So powerful he is. Correct? So he is traveling and preaching and relishing in that. Enjoy. Correct? Relishing and enjoying. There's so much happiness in Krishna consciousness. So anyway, so our objective is not that we go. We take everybody with us to take to the spiritual world. So whatever stage we are at, we can always preach. We can always tell somebody, chant Hare Krishna. Anybody can tell. Okay, the glories of the holy name, you cannot tell fully because he is not ready. It will become an office. But with something we can tell, no? Chant Hare Krishna, you'll get so much peace of mind. That you can tell. Chant Hare Krishna, everything will become auspicious. That you can tell. Don't tell. You chant Hare Krishna and health will become better. Don't say that. Because then if some reason, some karma, health become bad, he will say, what you told me it will become good. We should not give specific details. Somebody says, I'm not getting promotion. Okay, chant Hare Krishna, you'll get promotion. Don't do that. Because then it's using the holy name for your sense gratification. Correct? Specific detail, we do not know how Lord wants to bless him. We cannot go to the details. But overall, chant Hare Krishna, everything will become auspicious. Vardhanam. Anandam Bodhi Vardhanam, that will happen. When Anandam Bodhi Vardhanam, definitely everything will be Vardhanam, but we don't go to the details of it. I have this much salary, I want salary to increase. Chant Hare Krishna. In fact, there was an astrologer in Bangalore who used to do that. He's a very famous astrologer. I don't know whether he's active now. He was very active part of the temple congregation. So his formula was, he was so popular, 100 people will be waiting for him. I don't know whether some of you know him. So I've gone to his office once. All will be chanting. He has to force them chant. All are chanting, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. They meet him. What is that? No, I have this is the problem. My wife is leaving me. My son is not listening. He will, from Bhagavatam, he had collected list of all the Shruti Phalas. So you read this chapter, this is the Shruti Phala. You seen that? No enemy can win over you. This chapter, if you read in Krishna book, that Leela, where the Shiva Jara fights with Narayana Jara and Shiva Jara is defeated. If you read that Leela, you will understand that there is a Bhagavata interesting instance where Lord Shiva comes to fight with Krishna to assess Banasura. Krishna throws, as expected, throws all the weapons of Lord Shiva. It is very good for Shiva Bhaktas to read that Leela. And then after that, Lord Shiva surrenders to Krishna because he's about to kill Banasura. And he's very attached to his devotee Banasura. That's why he comes to fight with him. So Krishna destroys all the weapons of Lord Shiva and then he's about to kill Banasura. At that time, Shiva offers prayers to Krishna. Okay. So it is said, if anybody reads that Leela, no enemy can touch him, no fear will touch him. So what he was doing, all Shruti Phalas he was telling. There anyway, that was his formula. List of Shruti Phala, and it has become so controversial. Some people say, no, what is being right? No, what is this? No, wrong. It becomes so controversial. So anyway, so don't make holy name just like or the Bhagavatam. It is true, these are effective, but not that somebody uses them for his sense gratification. They are all transcendental literatures. Right? Or transcendental literature. Somebody give a good example. Suppose you go to a fruit seller and you steal one mango and offer to the Radha Govinda. What happens then? Now, what is happening then? Radha Govinda is becoming obliged to that seller because he has given a donation forcefully. It's not good. If he voluntarily says, okay, for the temple, take one mango from my side. This is my gift to Radha Govinda. You give him. Then when Radha Govinda have that mango, he is blessed voluntarily. Forcefully, you are making him Lord obliged to somebody who has no desire to serve. Correct? So that is not the way. We don't force. So in that way, we don't trick people. In fact, those people are a big irritation for me. I used to be a bookseller in the temple, and they will come. I want third canto of Bhagavatam only. I said, I have here to buy. No, I don't want the whole set because my Shruti Phala is lying on that chapter only. He told me to read the 8th chapter of third canto. Give me only that chapter. I said, no, you have to take whole Bhagavatam. My whole sets will become spoiled, one book if I give. Then I went to his office to see what he was doing. Then I saw what he was doing. I asked so many sannyas, it's so difficult to say what he's doing. Is Shruti is there? I said, no, he's using the holy name and Shastra for people's sense gratification. So I feel we should not use the holy name and Shastra for anybody's sense gratification. For long term, what will the effects is a separate issue. It's a bit controversial. But I think it's moving way on the side of this is not the way to tell. Just tell, chant Hare Krishna, everything will be auspicious. Why do we have to correct? Because those people were not interested in Krishna conscious at all, not at all interested. Just wanted to use Krishna conscious. But anyway, they are coming to Krishna. Akamo sarva kamova. So it became a bit controversial. Anyway, so this is the situation. So a devotee, rather, you see the standard here, is not interested in all this. Not dharma, so-called dharma, not paro dharma, so-called ritualistic dharma that people do, rules and regulations they follow of their dharma. Artha, they accumulate some money and then they do sense gratification according to dharmic rules, not adharmic rules. And then they try for moksha, which is a liberation from the world. Prabhupada said for not entering Vaikuntha. Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasi, that variety of people, Advaitvalis, Sahija Mukti. So Prabhupada said actually all the four are sense gratification. So-called dharma is also sense gratification. It is just set of rituals, more than many people do. In Bhagavad Gita also there, sacrifices done in Rajasic mode. What are they? Done for some mannat. People have some mannat. They have some abhilasha, some aspiration, and they get a puja organized for that. So that is sense gratification only. Then artha, that is sense gratification. Then kama, they want to enjoy various facilities in the life. That is again sense gratification. They do it in dharmic way. At the end of the day, there is sense gratification going on. Nowhere Krishna is in picture everywhere. Yeah, they believe in Krishna. They believe in Krishna. You see, so many Brahminical people have this kind of a tendency. They're born in Brahmin communities, so they never do adharma, but they want to nicely enjoy the sense gratification in this world. Dharma, artha, kama, and then moksha, no desire to serve the Lord in Vaikuntha, no desire. Just be liberated from the difficulties of this world. And generally, these kind of dharma, artha, kama, moksha are actually on the platform or only sense gratification. And a pure devotee keeps them away. He is not interested in it. He just wants to serve Krishna with his heart. He's not interested in this. Kapila Muni also says, my devotees are not interested in dharma or the kama moksha. They don't want, even if I grant Vaikuntha, they're not interested in that also. They just want to serve me wherever they are. So a service to Krishna done in proper consciousness, in association of devotees, in proper spirit. You don't want anything more. And what do you want? Some service. That's it. Actually, when somehow service stops, you feel so suffocated. How I can sit without service? So all you want some service, isn't it? Wherever you are, Krishna. Therefore, Prabhupada says in one purport in Bhagavatam, he says, in the hands, the second canto, Indra is situated, and devotee is situated in the lotus feet. Prabhupada said, yes, devotee just wants a service to Krishna's lotus feet. They don't want to bother Krishna, come and have a darshan. No, Krishna, give me some service. Why should I? Suppose you go to Krishna, you say, Krishna, please stop all your lila, come, I have to just see you. Krishna, continue in your pastime with sweet devotees. Just give me some service. That's all a devotee wants. That is the platform he talked to Uddhava. It's a very, very advanced platform. He is just wishing that, and how much he is privileged. He said, when I used to hear Krishna, all the hairs in my body used to stand erect in ecstasy. That is how he is hearing to Krishna. When we see Krishna, we see what will happen. When you see, many people say, I saw Krishna in the night. That's all okay. But when Narada Muni saw, we saw what happens when you see Krishna. And you get ecstasy beyond imagination. When you hear Krishna, same thing. When you smell Krishna, same thing. Unbelievable. You faint in ecstasy. So all these things are very advanced eruptions in the body, and the heart is pure. But the point is, we are maintaining desire for sense gratification in this world. Therefore, we have to stay. But Raghunath Das Goswami left his parents. The parents were very rich and they were very opulent. And they were not only very pious, they were maintaining practically all the Brahmanas in their city. They were so opulent, billionaires. Raghunath Das Goswami came. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, yes, very nice you came. Even though your parents are very nice, virtuous, they still have desire to enjoy this world. Correct? Some desire of enjoyment in this material world. So we have to come to that platform that Uddhava is seeking here. We have no desire of any material dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Zero desire. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim. Everybody wants some dhana, some jana, some followers. Sundari, some beautiful woman. Prabhuji, you are so nice. People want to hear. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim. Kavitama Jagadish Kamaye. I remember when I joined the brahmachari in the temple. Sometimes the girls would go, Prabhuji, how are you? Are, why are you asking? Because we wanted to continue brahmachari. Big temple that happened. Because girls know if they want to join the temple, they should get married to a brahmachari. So they look, anybody is ready. I was in the book counter, always visible. How are you? Why you want to say how are you? I'm fine. Go somewhere. Adhanamana janamana sundari kavitama jagadish kamaye mama janmani janmanishware bhavatat bhakti ahetuki. The birth after birth, we want devotion service to Krishna. Birth after birth, we want devotion service to Krishna. So this is what all we desire. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed. That's what he's asking Uddhava. This is very, very, it's easy to say, but to actually speak from the heart, not easy. My Lord, I don't want anything. And then, Sarvopadi Vinirmukta, when you come to a platform in which you're not seeking any padi, then actually you become entitled for a love of Krishna. When even smallest desire is there for upadi, na dhanam, na janam, na sundari, we are the loser, not Krishna. We cannot taste pure devotion. Sarvopadi Vinirmuktam tat paratvena nirmalam rishikena Rishikesha Sevana Bhakti Uttama. With the senses serving the Lord and senses Krishna. But before that, Sarvopadi Vinirukta. Give out all padis. I am man, I am woman, I am Indian, I am, what do you say, I am Tamilian, I am Teluguian. You have to forget everything. What I am Gopi Bhartur Pada Kamalayor Dasa Dasa Anudasa. I am just servant of the servant of servant of the gopis. Krishna, or servant of Krishna, or the maintainer of the gopis. This is what is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's prayer, and this is what is Uddhava on the same platform, a pure platform of Krishna consciousness. And when you see these eruptions, Prabhupada always says, look at the blessing, Prahlad Maharaj. Narasimha put his head on his head. Sorry, his hand on his head. That's the blessing. If Narasimha put his hand on the head of Prahlad Maharaj. Same way, Dhruva Maharaj, he put his conch shell on his head. So ecstatic. And same way, we see here Krishna blessing so nicely. Uddhava is feeling ecstatic in talking to Krishna. So Prabhupada always says, whenever these purports, Prabhupada will say, Sri Radha Govinda ki, the same mercies you are entitled to. Krishna is not partial, that if you give mercy only to Arjuna or to Queen Kunti, Prabhupada says, you become a nice devotee, Krishna will come in front of you. Like Queen Kunti, you can offer prayers to him. Correct? You can Prabhupada said, you can express your heartful feelings. But we have no heartful feelings now. Therefore, what Krishna will do to come? What do they use? No feelings in the heart for him. Whole day goes without any single prayer. Correct? Busy in our own puja, pratishtha, mana, hai. We are lost in that. There are no heartful feelings we can express to Krishna when he comes. So therefore, we have to get ready. And when we are ready, we can offer our prayers to Krishna and advance in Krishna. Okay? Srila Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavatam ki. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Krishna
Krishna
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna
I have a
Prabhuji.
Krishna
question.
Prabhu.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, I want
Pranam.
to ask
ధన్యవాదాలు
question.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare
Namaste.
Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavat pranams.
Hare
Prabhuji, I have
Krishna
a
Prabhuji.
question.
Prabhuji, Dandavat Prabhu.
Prabhuji,
Yeah.
I want to ask a question.
What is the question?
Prabhuji, in basically here we were discussing in this shloka about the Pancham Purusharth, maybe Bhagavad Bhakti, no? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told. So, but in Bhagavad Gita 3.29, it is stated that we should not disturb a materially involved or a karmakandi person. So
Yes.
when we preach others, so aren't we offending them, or it's not?
Okay, I understood. Your question is that in the Bhagavad Gita it is said that the people who are mentally absorbed, don't disturb them. At the same time, nadhanam, na janam, na sundari, we speak. So we should be careful what instruction we give to somebody. If you tell nadhanam, na janam, na sundari to some people, they'll stop working, no? Correct? Yes. Okay.
Thank you,
Hare,
Prabhu. Prabhu, one last doubt, Prabhu. One last doubt, Prabhu. Actually, Krishna is sitting near the banyan tree, the two paras before, and they said that in few paras before in the same Bhagavatam, and they said it is very apt to compare the banyan tree because the banyan tree lives very long. I could not understand actually the comparison, Prabhu.
oh, no, 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 no. That was because the whole material world is compared to a planet.
Oh, okay, okay.
Krishna visits, so sometimes he's like resting, sometimes he comes in his,
Oh.
then he goes away. Okay?
That's all. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Banyan tree was small. Our metal universe is like smaller than others. There are different universes. Not all are the same size. Ours is one of the smaller universes. Therefore, our Brahma has only 4 heads. Other Brahma managing bigger universes have thousands, millions of heads. Quad core, multi core, centi-core, milli-core. Okay. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.